Good morning, YouTube. It is 6 in the morning on Friday, and we're about a week out from ownership of the R2 from Rivian. The kids are asleep, so I figured I'd just do a quick review video of our experience with the Rivian R2 for the past week and share with you a little bit of our insights. We have owned the launch screen R1S for almost 4 years now. And we've also driven the R1T naturally over the past few years. And so coming into the R2 has been an interesting experience for us. There are lots of familiarities with the Rivian R2, but also some other unique things about the platform that make it a lot of fun to drive, and definitely worthwhile for a separate review video. The Rivian R2, just like any other vehicle, isn't perfect. It's a lot of fun to drive. It's very quiet on the inside. It's very comfortable. The seats are great, nice and plush. But there have been some quirks, some little idiosyncrasies that we've noticed over the past week that hopefully will get addressed over time with software updates. So everybody knows about the new haptic wheels here in the steering wheel. I think the design aspect of this is very, very useful for adjusting fan speed and music, picking tracks. I think the usability of these buttons are great. I think the intent is great, but it does take some getting used to. So be mindful of that, and definitely it doesn't feel as premium as you would think. Based on how they look. They're just kind of plasticky, but they work, and hopefully they work for the long term. Hopefully they don't cause any issues. The overall seating position in the R2 is great. Feel really comfortable here. Again, the aesthetic in here is very similar to the other Rivians we've driven before. The overall platform is very clean. Everything looks really, really nice and tucked away. We have the screen nice and flush here, actually, which is nice. I kept my screen protector on for now. The wood accent piece here definitely looks more artificial, but still looks really nice. Having the screen here is great. Very, very useful and easy to see through the steering wheel. And the little data points that we have are great with the time, the weather, the range, drive mode, the map. I love the fact that we can see our map right here in the middle. So that's all good. I'm about 5'8", so not super tall, and I feel really comfortable in here. The seating position is great. The armrest here is really nice and comfortable and soft. This push button's really easy to use for getting the door open, and having some integrated storage here in the door is fantastic. There's a little shelving unit here for your phone, and you still have your flashlight on the end of the door there. So all those things are great. Some other things that I really like about the R2 is the fact that there's a wireless charging pad here that's magnetic, so that works really well for finding the sweet spot to charge your phone. The cup holder is very familiar, and the storage down here is fantastic. Lots of space for storage. So got a drawer there, and then of course 2 glove compartments. Even the key fob is redesigned a little bit with the color, and it's really nice. So that I do appreciate. Some weird things about this. So I don't know if it's just a battery issue, but we have had some connectivity problems with the key fob, which will hopefully get fixed pretty easily in the future. The glass roof here, again, very familiar feature. It's just a standard glass roof. It's really beautiful to look up through there, but given the fact that we've had a really hot summer, I kind of wish we had a cover for this. I'm sure it's easy to find something quick on Amazon, but I haven't ordered one yet. We have plenty of USB power here behind the seats. We have USB power within the center storage unit here. And then basic air vents for the rear passengers, seat warmers. Very simple. Gets the job done. And it's nice to have these here, tucked away cleanly. There's no power underneath. So yeah, no outlets. The only outlet is in the back for any power needs. The middle section of that rear, or the middle row does fold down, so you can store longer items in your car, such as skis, canopies, anything that's a little bit skinnier and longer. And then of course my favorite thing is the who farted button. So this is kind of odd. This part's weird. You gotta push up to open everything. Okay. And then you have to pull down just one time to close. It's counterintuitive, and I wish they would change that design a little bit. There's also this button here for controlling just the rear window. But it works well. So again, from a functionality standpoint, everything on the inside's great. The universal hands-free driving works fantastic. I think it works better than the Gen 2 truck that we're leasing right now. And they do give you some extra manual knob features here that help you control the universal hands-free functions. So it takes a little bit of practice. It's a little different with engaging and disengaging. So pulling towards yourself twice to engage, and then pushing away once to disengage. So that's a little different. Again, just little nuances that take some practice. The software itself is very, very zippy. It's fast, but it is the basic OS. So it doesn't have pet comfort mode, which we hope to get soon, given that it's summer. It doesn't have Rivian Assistant. It doesn't have HVAC hold, but it does have all of the other basic things. So music's great in here. I have my Apple Music linked. And we have our really crisp camera views here. So that I do appreciate. So let me see if I can show this to you. So really nice crisp camera views here. And then I do appreciate this bird's eye view image here. And then you got your tire views there. No YouTube video on this yet, but we do have the energy monitor. And the other thing I wish we had, maybe I just haven't figured it out yet, but we don't have any means of easily seeing the efficiency data real time while driving. In the middle main screen here in the front, actually I should say, for the driver. I wish we had some data here, but I can easily get into it through the main big screen here with the energy monitor. So it gives you energy data for drive data and while you're parked. There's also the charging data. So I was able to charge to 100% yesterday. It took about just shy of 12 hours to go from essentially 15% to 100% using our wall charger, or our home charger. We just have a standard NEMA 1450 outlet that we use. If we had a proper wall charger installed, I'm sure it'd be much faster. And then the other weird things about the R2 that hopefully will get fixed over time include the buttons for the rear door and the front trunk. So these buttons here do require a little bit of practice using. You definitely have to kind of hold and push there. That one works a little bit better now, kind of. So I wish they would fix that. And then the button to activate and open the rear trunk here, it does require a lot of force to push, and it hesitates quite a bit. And then the same goes for the front trunk. So again, I'm pushing it, but there's not much happening. And so I've had to, oh, there it goes. So it has a mind of its own. But once we get that open, it's nice. It's definitely nice to have access to storage up here. So not a super deep front trunk, but perfect for the little things, perfect for day trips. It does get really hot in here, so you got to be careful about what you put in here, but basic groceries for quick home delivery works well. You got your windshield wiper fluid and the frog and the skunk icon annotating the Frunk. So this front trunk does have a drainage port, so you can certainly put ice in here and store some drinks for get-togethers and parties, which we plan to do for my son's birthday party tomorrow. Closing this requires a manual close, but then you can see how it electronically sits down. So that's pretty solid. Having front tow hooks here are great. The front fascia here looks very familiar. So with the stadium lighting and the LED light bar, everything looks pretty good up here, tucked away nicely. These wheels are just amazing. These are the 20-inch wheels with the BF Goodrich tires, and these are just really nice. Hard to appreciate here in the shade, but this graphite look is just super sharp. I love the gaps in here, so you can see the rotor and the brakes with the yellow accents. So that's really good. And then this is pretty standard, just a nice little easy push open. There's a little maze there with the NACS charging port. This little light is nice. We've already done one home charge, as you know. And you just push and close. Pretty easy. Hopefully it doesn't break. Hopefully that withstands our Colorado winter here. So we've tested out the Quad Envy bike rack here. Works really nicely. It tucks away well. Doesn't cause any major issues with the rear cameras or the sensors. And when we do have it folded down all the way, we can certainly open this entire door out so we can get access to our rear trunk space. And then, of course, my favorite feature of all time, that rear window roll down. You have your beautiful windshield wiper tucked away there. Hopefully that works well. We haven't used it yet, actually. We need more rain here in Colorado. And then plenty of storage space back here. So that's really nice. I love that. The storage is ample. And this boxy shape really allows for you to get some good stuff back here. This rear spoiler's slick, very well designed. You'll notice there's no shark fin here, so there is no antenna for the radio, which I know people have mixed feelings about. You gotta, I guess, quote unquote, stream your radio station through iHeart. So yeah, the R2 is really well packaged. We really love it. The kids love it. Our dog loves it. We just need pet comfort mode. We need the buttons to become a little bit more sensitive. We need our key fob to get fixed. Probably should take it in for a little wheel alignment. So again, not perfect quite yet, but it'll get there over time. We're really happy with it. We're excited to share our experience with you all. And I'm sure I've missed any of your specific questions, comments, or feedback that you may have about your personal experience with R2, but feel free to share that with us. The Rivian community is fantastic. There's a lot of good information in the different forums, as you know, and the clubs. So feel free to join the Rocky Mountain Rivian Club if you want, if you're in this area. And if anything else, join the Rivian Clubs of America group and stay in touch with all the local events. And a quick shout out to all the dads for the upcoming Father's Day on Sunday. We hope you all have a safe and wonderful Father's Day. Enjoy the weather wherever you are. Enjoy your time with your family and stay adventurous forever, everybody. Take care.